If you're a subscriber, you already know. We're gonna field wipe them. Alright, so the opponent went first, and I know you guys don't want to see that, so we skip to the fun stuff. We're gonna start things off by summoning Magician of Chaos. The deck has gone through some changes since last time, and I think they're in ways that you guys are gonna like. It's much more Yugi-like, and somehow even more competitive than it was before. At least that's what it seems like. Anyway, so we activate Bond, and that's going to trigger our Magician of Chaos to pop their opponent's monster. And then we're going to summon Dark Magician Girl and set Dark Magic Attack. As cool as Dark Burning Magic is, we cannot activate it with Magician of Chaos because Dark Burning Magic requires Vanilla Dark Magician. Anyway, so the opponent is doing a bunch of Tearlaments stuff. Doesn't really bother us too much. They summon a guy, and here I'm starting to think, well, maybe Dark Burning Attack might be a viable option with this variant, at least in Master Duel, because it's a searchable Raigeki. Like, I think it's probably better than most people give it credit for. So the opponent finally brings out one of their ace monsters, and we go into battle phase, have Dark Magician Girl attack one of their monsters, have Magician of Chaos attack the other one, and then we're going to end our turn. We could have done more had I not set Soul Servant so early. I didn't realize the mistake until partway through the turn. But we're going to use it to trigger Magician of Chaos to pop their big ol' boss monster, and I know it's going to come back, but it's fine. We're going to put Rod back on top of our deck, which was another misplay, because I forgot I had one in the grave that I was going to get back to my hand right now anyway, so their monster comes back, we get back our Rod. So now that we force them to use their revive effect, they're not going to be able to activate it again. So our plan is just to pop it again with Magician of Chaos after he gets destroyed, and I know they could start negating our summons and stuff, but as long as we're able to get out more than one way to bring back Magician of Chaos, we'll be fine, which we do have several ways to do so. The opponent tries to shuffle our Magician of Chaos into the deck, but we flip over Eternal Soul, making him unaffected, protecting him, and the opponent continues special summoning, bringing out more monsters. Sprite Elf, of all things? That's kind of interesting. So yeah, they continue summoning, and then I think they try targeting, Magician of Chaos again. I don't know why they did that. Though we did have a second E-Soul face down anyway, but yeah, it would have been better had they just popped E-Soul. But, I mean, that's the thing, we don't always read cards. So the opponent ends their turn, and now it's ours, and what we're trying to do here is have a second way to bring out Magician of Chaos, because they do have a way to negate the first summoning, or the second one, whatever. And, they're chaining to our effects, whatever, that's fine. We're going to use Magician's Rod to search for Soul Servant, then the opponent is going to mill, and then activate more effects, and they pop our face down? Okay. Well, they do know what it is, and I guess they're afraid of it doing something later on, so okay, I guess. Yeah, and we continue waiting to try to use Soul Servant. Their effects are still going off, because that's the way Tearlaments work. Your turn is their turn as well. And they bring out another boss monster, and finally the chains start resolving, and then they just start a new one. And we finally get the chance to use Soul Servant. We're going to stack Magician's Souls, because that is the ticket to our next move. We're going to use its effect to send Dark Magician to the graveyard, and then the opponent is going to negate it, but that's fine because we do have an E-Soul that we can still use to bring back Magician of Chaos. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to activate our E-Soul to try to bring back our Magician of Chaos. They already used their summoning negation effect, so it should go through. And then they chain with their effects. Then they go into another fusion summon. We're not too worried about that guy's effect because we're unaffected. They try to use the negation effect on Magician of Chaos, but Eternal Soul protects us. We're fine. And we get to bring back Dark Magician Girl as well. Then we use Branded Fusion, pop their monster again, and because they already used their revive effect, they're not going to be able to bring it back again. And we're going to go into... Searing Dragon. That's good. That's good. Then we're going to activate its effects to fusion summon again, and we're going to summon Master of Chaos. We have a light on the field as well as a few darks, so we get to use his effect and banish the opponent's entire field. And icing on the cake, we go in for 3 direct attacks, giving us the win. If you want to join the journey of breaking Ritual Dark Magician, hit the subscribe button. You'll be able to say you were here before we reached 1,000 subs. And don't forget to click that like button if Eddie comes out and shit. It's pretty dope.